Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a two-parter Q&A video of me answering some of your questions about what I think of One Piece so far. So if you didn't know already, I finished the pre-time skip episodes of One Piece, and I'm just about to head to the post-time skip episodes. So I will start the post-time skip episodes. I will react to it for next week, but just for this week I need to get out the two-part Q&A video because a lot of people ask questions about what I think of One Piece, like different various questions. That's why I'm creating this Q&A video, because some people were curious about what I thought so far of One Piece. So this is gonna be a two-parter, so it's gonna be like a lot of people ask questions, around like 37 questions I think, from what I counted. So let's start off with the first question, which is from Rogue Fisher. Rogue Fisher says, now that you're pretty much about to enter the time skip, we would love to hear your thoughts and opinions of One Piece pre-time skip, and what you like and dislike about the pre-time skip arcs, and what you like to see in the time skip. Okay, well, I could go on forever about what I think of One Piece, the likes and dislikes. I'll try to be as condensed as possible, but then again, I do want to give quite detailed answers as well. Okay, so with One Piece, it's just been amazing, absolutely amazing. I mean, there have been times when I didn't like certain arcs or certain episodes, but overall it's just been an emotional roller coaster, especially recently with the Marineford arc. It's just been an absolute roller coaster of like just seeing all of the Luffy and the Whitebeard Pirates all fighting together to fight the world government, the Marines, trying to rescue Ace. It was so intense, and that's what I loved about the Marineford arc. I just, like when you feel so much for an anime, you know it's doing well. So like, Oda does really well to like get you to feel for characters. And it's not just that, but even like Going Merry, like it's a ship. You don't cry over a ship, do you? It's an object, but he adds so much life and to the Going Merry that when it broke down so much that Going Merry had to be lit on fire, the funeral of Going Merry. Oh man, I was in tears. You guys saw the reaction. So yeah, I mean, like, he's really good at like making people feel for characters. Like, I mean, Kishimoto does the same thing. I felt a lot for like characters in Naruto, but One Piece does it as well. And like, especially with big animes where you've spent a lot of time getting to know characters, a lot of minor characters as well. One thing that Oda does really well is not only the world building, I'll get onto that in a minute, but also the minor characters. He doesn't leave people out. At least most of the time, he doesn't leave people out. And if he does leave them out, he's going to include them in the cover story. That's what I love about Oda. He doesn't, like, I mean, he could put aside people, but they will come relevant some point later. So the characters that you think are just like so minor, they will like have some sort of relevance later on, at least to the plot or in the side story, I don't know. So I really appreciate that he adds a lot of character development, even for minor characters. So yeah, I really like the character development in One Piece. So like, we've seen the Strawhat Pirates mostly tragic, pretty much tragic, all of them really, but in different degrees. So I think Robin and Brooke and Nami's backstories were like the most gut-wrenching so far, obviously, because I've still yet to like react to the post-time skip, but like, I'm really impressed with like how in-depth the character development is. And also the plot has been an emotional roller coaster. Like, seeing Luffy just risk his life so much to save Ace, and in the end he was in the end he failed, but like he tried so hard to save Ace, and you know, you feel for people like that. You feel for the characters. They're risking, it's not just Luffy, but everyone's risking their lives to to save Ace. And like Jinbei, Ivankov, a lot of, even the Whitebeard Pirates, they like trying to protect Luffy, because Luffy was just going overboard sometimes. He was going very reckless. He couldn't stand a chance against the Admirals, but he still had the guts to face them. And you know, I applaud Luffy for like trying so hard and for like trying to save Ace, but in the end, like, there were just so many obstacles. Like, it was the reason why I'm talking about this is because I felt so like I was so anxious for Luffy. So you know, Oda does this so well. So like, you know, props to him. Also, the world building. World building in One Piece is absolutely phenomenal. It's not perfect. I won't say it's perfect, but like it's so good. Like it's so much better than any other anime that I've seen. Avatar does world building really well. As far so far from what I've seen of Avatar, it's doing really well with the world building. But like One Piece, like it has so many islands, and not just that, but like the islands are just so creative. He's a really imaginative and creative man. I've never seen like, I mean, I've criticized a bit about them because they get really ridiculous and so unbelievable. Like One Piece, when it comes to like reality or not reality, is very far off from reality, I admit. But like at the same time, like you gotta respect the fact that he is so creative to create these kind of like weird kind of islands where there's an island that eats people, or like I don't know, like sky islands, you know. So and islands that change seasons like 24/7, stuff like that. It's incredible like how diverse the One Piece world is, and how vast it is as well, because it's such a huge world. And I've said from the beginning that I would love to see a One Piece map of the whole One Piece world. And I'm sure Nami, this is what, and to answer your question about what you like to see in the time skip, apparently there still is not a map showing the whole entire One Piece world, but I would love to see at the very end of One Piece, whenever it does end, like it's never ending, I know, but like I just mean like when it does finally come to an end, I would love Nami to finally create a One Piece world map. I don't know, like, well, it depends, like, because like, you know, would the One Piece crew even go to every single island out there in One Piece to figure out what the whole world looks like? But like, surely Nami can think of something by the end of One Piece, I mean. So we'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions of One Piece pre-time skip, and what you like and dislike about the pre-time skip arcs. So my favorite arc is Marineford. That arc, like, I would binge watch that arc, definitely. It's just because there's been so many epic characters that were introduced. I loved Sabaody as well. I loved Water 7, Enies Lobby. I consider Water 7, Enies Lobby as one whole arc, by the way. So those were some really amazing arcs. Like, we felt so much emotion for Robin, that she almost got killed. Her and Frankie, they almost got executed. So, you know, like, the emotion is there, you know. You want the Strawhat Pirates to save her, and Luffy went all out. The Strawhat Pirates, they went all out in Enies Lobby. That was a fantastic arc. Even before then, East Blue was just full of emotion with all of the child backstories of when the Strawhat Pirates were kids. I cried when Bellamy died, and she was just like a minor character, but you know, like, she was just an amazing mother figure to Nami and Nojiko. And what I also really like about One Piece is the fact that Oda balances the really dark, serious themes with comedy. He does such a good job with the balancing of that, because even though Marineford and Impel Down were like the darkest, in my opinion, the darkest and it's about it as well, but like I feel like Impel Down and Marineford was like when things got really like, it was full of stakes, it was full of like really dangerous obstacles for Luffy and the others. So those two arcs, even though things were getting so serious, there was this one character who would always crack up a joke, and that was Buggy. And I just loved, I mean, regardless of whether you hate him or like him, I personally love Buggy, even though he does get really annoying sometimes. But Buggy, he's just been amazing with the comedy. Like, even though it's such a serious arc, he will crack up a joke, he will joke about something, he will say something funny, and you know, it would make me laugh. It kind of like lightens up your mood in a really like intense serious situation. So I really applaud Oda for doing that, because you know, personally speaking, I don't like it when an arc is too damn serious or too damn comedic and ridiculous and wacky. I like a balance between the two, personally speaking. But yeah, that's like up to taste really. Alright, and what else would I like to see in the time skip? I'd like to see a reunion between Luffy and Dragon, because, well, Luffy hasn't met Dragon, and I don't know why he stays away from his son so much. To be honest, a lot of anime fathers do that to their children, and I don't understand it. Why they're so distant from the sons. Jing is by far the worst in Hunter x Hunter, but like, I mean, why have kids, man, if you don't want to be part of their lives? Anyway, so I'd like to see a reunion between Luffy and Dragon. I'd also like to see a reunion between Luffy and Adult Sabo. Yeah, I was spoiled on Adult Sabo. I don't know anything about him. All I know is that he's part of the Revolutionary Army. But like, I don't know why he'd keep himself a secret. Like, why don't you just tell Luffy that you're alive? That's what I don't understand. So I'd actually like to know, not from you guys obviously, but like from like when I react to the post time skip and find out for myself what's happened. Also, you asked what I dislike about the pre-time skip arcs. Oh man, don't dislike the video, okay? That I've already said so many positives, and it's just pretty much just 2, maybe 3 things that put me off slightly. So one big one is the fan service. Well, that's no surprise right there. To me, fan service is not important at all. I just find it extremely pointless, and you know, like, just like, it's sort of a cheap way to get a lot of teenage male fans to like your anime, and that's why I don't like it. I prioritize story, plot development, character development, world building, fighting choreography. All those things are so much more important to an anime slash manga than fan service, you know, to me personally. I don't look for that sort of stuff. I'm a girl, but like, even if I was a guy, I'm gonna look for the story. I'm gonna look for a really good story, a really good character development where all of the characters, or at least the majority of the characters, are developed and likable characters. That is very important. If I don't like the characters, then I'm probably not going to like the anime. So I gotta like the characters, at least the main characters. Good fighting scenes, you know, world building, the world has to be developed, you know, so those are things that I prioritize. So when I see fan service, I just see it as extra, but like not in a good extra, you know, because it's just not my thing, you know. Like, I'm quite conservative, but like, not even that, but like, it's just, it's so like, I'm trying to watch an anime for its story, for its plot, so fan service is like distracting people away from that, which is why I had such a bad reaction to Amazon lately. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I absolutely detested that arc. I fucking hate it so much. I was expecting to see what happened to the Strawhat Pirates, but no, we get into this side story, this weird solo Luffy adventure in Amazon Lily, and we constantly see these half-naked women. And not just that, we get 2 scenes of Hancock like very much topless, and it's not even that relevant to the plot actually, because all we see is Luffy like trying to fight the Boa sisters. We do get some character development from the Boa sisters, because we do see the Boa sisters' backstory, but I just didn't like any of the characters. Marguerite, she was actually okay. I quite liked Marguerite, but like the others, they were just men haters, and like yeah, it was like explained why they hated men so much, but like I don't like that island. I really don't. Um, it's just pointless. I'm trying to watch an anime to see where the plot is going, and it just feels so cheap to me when people add so ridiculous amount of fan service. Granted, it's only one arc, but like in general, One Piece does have quite a bunch of fan service, and I personally am not a fan of it. You guys might be, but not me. I want to watch an anime to see where the plot is going, where the characters are going, fight scenes, world building, whatever. So yeah, so, and also it's not just a problem with female fan service. I just wanted to make it clear, because some people, they get this misconception that only am critical of female fan service. I also have a problem with male fan service, which is why I don't like it when Frankie just wears underwear. And also the episode where he was showing his bum bum and literally going out in the streets naked, well, showing his butt basically. That was one of the worst episodes of One Piece. The reason why I seem to be only mainly criticizing female fan service is because it's actually more prevalent and a lot more of a big deal in anime in general. It's not just One Piece. Anime in general, they like to accentuate the breast size, for example, and I don't, and that's another thing, I don't like the anatomy of the female characters especially, but I mean, I'm just not a fan. The reason is because I prefer a more realistic an anatomy of the female body. So to have extremely large breasts and then a 1 centimeter waist, I don't like that look personally. So and the thing is, my first Japanese anime was actually Naruto, and Naruto, I really respected Naruto for having fan service at a minimal. It hardly had fan service. The only fan service I can find is when Naruto did the sexy jutsu, or like Tsunade's breast or something like that, but it's literally kept to a minimum, and that's what I really liked about Naruto. So when I was introduced to One Piece, it was just like, so many breasts, jeez, so much cleavage. Oh, and another thing is just like the fashion of some of these girls. It's just like, if you were to watch, like, it's like Nami's post time skip outfit. I do know what they wear in the post time skip, all of the Strawhat Pirates. Like, she just wears a bikini top and jeans. Like, it doesn't quite make sense. Like, why would you be topless for the top half, but like not for the bottom half? If it's to do with like, oh, you're too hot, so that's why you're barely wearing clothes, then yeah, it makes sense. But like personally, a lot of girls in real life would not wear a bikini in the streets. No one would wear a bikini in the streets unless it's a beach setting. Then that's where you see a lot of people wearing bikinis, and that makes sense. But like, just like in general, I don't see why Oda couldn't give her a nice character design. Where I love her hair, by the way. I love the hair that she has in the post time skip. I love the fact that she's got longer hair. But like the thing is, right, Robin, she actually didn't have ginormous breasts in the pre-time skip. I actually remember in Alabasta and Skypiea, she actually had fairly normal sized breasts, and then like I see these post time skip pics where she has these extremely large breasts, and I'm just like why would you do that? I know like it's targeting towards young males, but personally I don't like that look. I don't like the way you're adding so much cheapness now, but like whatever, that's just my opinion, okay? Because Robin was already a grown woman, so it's not like it's a growth spurt, because she was already a grown woman in the pre-time skip, and so was Nami actually. With puberty, girls stop with their breast enhancement around the age of 14, I believe. So Nami was already an adult in the pre-time skip, so even for Nami, it doesn't quite make sense. Anyway, enough about that. Another thing that I dislike is the fucking merchandise. Alright, so the merchandise, some of it is actually pretty good. The other half, it's the doll makers. It's the ones that make the figures that I actually have a problem with. So, like, a few days ago, I was trying to look for a Nico Robin Ennis Lobby figure. Guess what comes up? Just bikini Nico Robin figures. I don't want to see her in a bikini. That's not what I came for. I want to actually, like, see if there's any Ennis Lobby Nico Robin figures or Thriller Bark Nico Robin figures, because I actually really like those outfits that she wears in Ennis Lobby and Thriller Bark. But no, I just get these like really provocative outfits that apparently Nico Robin wears in the post time skip. But like, it's not just that, it's the fact that there's so many bikini ones, and I was just like, that's so perverted. Like, it's not really entirely One Piece's fault, it's more of what the doll makers are doing. But it's just like, do you not have skill to like just put some clothes on them? Like, realistically, I don't know about you, you might be totally fine with having bikini female figures in your shelf or whatever in your house, but personally I cannot have that because I have people in my house, and I would never, like, you know, buy those kind of figures anyway, regardless. But like, because, you know, for the sake of decency, you know, I'm not gonna buy like half naked female figures or even half naked male figures, you know. It's just weird, and that's disturbing. That's perverted, you know. But like, just like, it's not, the thing is, right, the problem, another problem that I have with it is like, it's not their canon outfits that I'm seeing. It's like, I think it's like filler outfits that they probably wear, or like outfits that they wear in like one movie maybe. So I barely can find any, like, if anyone can just send me a link to an Ennis Lobby Nico Robin figure or a Thriller Bark Nico Robin figure, I will personally give you a shout out and a thank you, because I've been trying to look for one just to see. I'm not saying that I'm gonna buy it, but like, I just want to see if it's out there. Like, it's so difficult to find a decent female One Piece figure. I'm just saying. Anyway, alright, let's go on to the next question. I mean, it's the same question, but I'm just gonna read it out, because she or he, I think it's a she, correct me if I'm wrong. H4L says, great reaction, now we finally reached halfway One Piece. Congrats, can't wait to see your reaction to the movie, it's great. Also, it will be nice if you review the grand line so far, what you liked or what you disliked. Of course, that if you want. I can't wait for you to see what happened after 2 years. Thank you so much for the support. I just wanted to thank Rogue Fisher for his question, and thank you for your question too. I already answered it pretty much with what I liked and what I disliked, so I'm going to move on to the next question. So Jacob asked me like a bunch of questions. He gave me a list of questions, which is why I wanted to make this Q&A video, because it might be something that you want me to answer as well. So I already answered the first question, which is, what do you think of One Piece so far? It's been amazing, it's been complex, it's been an emotional roller coaster. Was it everything you expected? Please refer to my first two answers, by the way, because I already answered that question. Was it everything you expected though? No, not entirely, no, because like, there were some like really shocking moments in One Piece that, I mean, I'm not really a furious type of person, so like I'm not someone who likes to make predictions. Um, well, you guys surely would have figured that out. But like, I mean, like there's been like so many like moments where I was just like, wow, Luffy has no chance in hell in carrying out this mission to rescue Ace. It was just, he was going through one obstacle after another. It was so nerve-wracking and shocking, and it wasn't everything I expected though, because like certain characters like Ivankov, I didn't know he was going to be that important of a character. When I first saw him, I was just like, what the fuck? But like, he became such a likable character though. So you know, like, don't judge a book by its cover. Like some people, like you don't think much of them. Like you don't think they're gonna play that big of a role. But it turns out Ivankov and Jinbei were actually really crucial allies for Luffy. Without them, oh my days, without a lot of people actually, without a lot of people, Luffy would have died in so many like situations. So, you know, and also like the epic entrances. There were so many entrances in One Piece that were just so shock value. Like even though I initially like thought that Shanks should like take part in this war, I did not expect he would take part in the war in that way. He just like all of a sudden just appeared out of thin air, like out of nowhere. He just appeared right in front of Kobe to protect Kobe from Akainu. I was so shocked. Like I did not see that coming. I did not see him coming like at that moment, you know. And like so many like really unconventional entrances, like how Whitebeard and the Whitebeard Pirates entered Marineford, and also the Strawhat Pirates, how they fell from the sky. I did not see it like that at all. I thought they were just gonna sail and like sort of like break down the doors or something, you know, like break down the gateway or something like that. But I didn't see them actually like falling from the sky to get to Marineford. That was an epic entrance, and everyone's, the Marines, like, and Garp's reaction as well. They were so shocked to see them flying from the sky, falling from the sky. So I mean, not everything is as you expected. Like we obviously saw Ace's death coming. It's an execution, and I was spoiled on it as well. But like we thought it'd be like the actual execution. But no, he gets killed by Kainu. And wow, and Whitebeard, like it was just ridiculous. Like I was just so shocked how much Whitebeard could like take in, the amount of damage he took. It was absolutely ridiculous how much damage he took. He took like 200 stab wounds or something like that. Gunshots into stab wounds. So it was just like, when is this guy gonna die? Like this guy is going through so much and he's still holding on. I absolutely love Whitebeard, so when he was killed I was just like, I fucking hate Blackbeard. I hate that guy so much. I hate Akainu. Alright, that's another question though. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I have to say. What do you like about One Piece? I already answered that question. Please refer to first two answers. Who is your favourite characters so far? I really like Law, Zoro, Nico Robin, Whitebeard. I guess I'll include Jinbei, Shanks, Mihawk. Oh man, there's a lot of characters. So Luffy as well. Luffy and Ace. I'm just like trying to think. I actually quite like Usopp. Because Bucky is just so comedic value, I feel like I should include him in a top 10. If I had to like make a top 10 list, it's not in order by the way, but like roughly speaking, I'm not gonna like explain every character, every like reasons for every single character that I mentioned in this, but like I just love Zoro's badassness. He's just so badass, and he is like, he's just, I love his swordsman skills, and he's such a badass. The fact that he took in so much pain for Luffy, like he is so loyal to Luffy. And at the beginning he was like, he didn't want to like stay with Luffy for long, but like it turns out like he is so ridiculously loyal to Luffy. He was able to take in that much pain for him, and still he was like, you know, like he was like brushing it off, even though he was so heavily wounded from taking that much pain from Kuma. So I highly respect Zoro for his loyalty and his swordsmanship, and I can't wait to see just how more badass he is after he gets his training from Mihawk. I want to see what hackies he gets, if he gets any. Surely he would if he's getting trained by Mihawk. Yeah, so Law is just multi-talented. He's a doctor, he's a swordsman, he's really smart, he's so handsome. He's handsome though. So yeah, and I love to learn more about Law. So his ability is just so unique. Like I was like finding it hard to like figure out what kind of ability it was. But it's so unique, and I love to learn more about his background, his backstory. Love to learn more about him. He's actually a very interesting supernova to me. Yeah. Nika Robin, I just love her personality. She's a very smart, intellectual, badass woman. She's beautiful as well. Robin is my favorite female character by far, definitely. I love her introvertedness kind of nature. Like, I mean, she's not totally like introverted, but like introvert in the sense that she's very calm, and she's not like as fierce, well not fierce, but like she's not as like bratty or like very like feisty and fiery like Nami could be. Like she's a lot more cool, like cool as cucumber, and a lot more calm. She's a lot like me in a sense, so I can relate to Robin, and we're both bookworms, so there's that too. So yeah, I appreciate a woman with knowledge. Whitebeard was an absolutely amazing father figure. He was an absolutely amazing man, and I was really sad when he passed away. He is such a badass. He is the most powerful man in One Piece, at least like when he fought in Marineford. So like he was just he was a father figure, a proper father figure, and that's why I highly respect him, you know, for taking in Ace like his own. Like he really wanted a family. To be honest, I don't understand why he never had a wife and just had his own kids, but like it's really nice to see that he really like thought of the Whitebeard Pirates as his own family. So yeah, Whitebeard. Jinbei is just a really loyal, faithful companion. He really protected Luffy. He really saved Luffy so many times. So Jinbei, absolute respect to him. Yeah, I think I'll just stop there. Yeah, there's been a lot of badass characters. Luffy is just like, he's so brave. So that's what I respect about Luffy. Usopp, if I had to like, I guess I could include him in top 10. He's just, I really like snipers in particular. He's just very resourceful, and that's what I love about Usopp, and I love his comedy as well. He's really funny, and not someone that to underestimate. He might not have devil fruit powers or any powers in particular. Actually, he has superhuman durability, but like apart from that, like he's so brave, and the way he took down Luffy almost in the Luffy versus Usopp fight. Wow, man, he really should not underestimate Usopp. And Buggy, like if I had to, I guess I'm gonna include Buggy in the top 10. How can I not? He cracked me up so many times, so I gotta include him in that. Alright, I'll stop there. Who's your favourite Straw Hat? Shichibukai, Marine, Yonko, the two that I've seen so far, members of other groups that stand out. Favourite Straw Hat Pirate, Zoro. Zoro's an absolute badass. Shichibukai, Mihawk, absolute badass. I love swordsmen. I just love swordsmen. Zoro, Law, Mihawk, they're all swordsmen, but like, I like swords, what can I say? I love bows as well, bow and arrows, but I don't think we've seen an archer in One Piece. Have we seen an archer in One Piece? I can't think of anyone who uses a bow and arrow. I don't know. So Shichibukai Mihawk, he's so calm, cool, badass. What can I say? He's so strong as well. And I absolutely love his character design. His character design is like one of the best character designs in One Piece. It's just, I love it. I love the gothic style of it. And I love Pirona's gothic style as well. So I feel like they're quite a match made in heaven, aren't they? Alright, Marine. Favorite Marine. If you mean Marine, like any Marine, including the Admirals, my favorite Marine, I guess Smoker. To be honest, there aren't many like key Marine officers, but like I think Smoker, because Smoker, he actually cares about the, like he's actually moral. Like he understood that after Ace died, there really shouldn't be any fighting anymore. Like they just, like everyone's just killing people for the sake of killing. That's not what he signed up for. So I actually respect Smoker for realizing that, and for like saying that, you know, this is actually wrong. Like our mission was just to kill off Ace and Whitebeard. So now that they're gone, why the hell are we still fighting? This is just becoming a bloodshed, you know. So yeah, like Smoker is just trying to be a good Marine. I mean, I'm not saying that I always see eye to him, because I don't. Like the way he tried to kill Luffy, like no. I'm glad Hancock intervened in that. But like, I mean, I just mean in general, like out of the Marines, he seems. I guess if I had to pick one, I'd pick Smoker. Um, Yeah, and favorite Admiral, Aokiji. He's as cool as a cucumber. No pun intended. Um, Kizaru's alright. I absolutely hate Akainu. Well, should I explain that? Need I explain why I hate Akainu so much? But like, Aokiji, like he's just cool. Like he's just laid back, you know. So yeah, and also I actually respect Aokiji for at least letting Robin live, even though he didn't do anything about the Ohara incident. But he at least let Robin live, so I have to respect him for that. You know, for keeping my girl alive. You know. Anyway. Yonko, favorite Yonko. The only two Yonkos I've been introduced so far to are Shanks and Blackbeard. Um, does this really need to be answered? Because I don't like Blackbeard at all, and I like Shanks' peacemaking qualities, you know? He seems to be a bit of a peacemaker. He's not a pacifist. No way is he a pacifist. I'm not saying that. I just mean like, just from his actions in episode 4, where he didn't retaliate against the guy that was trying to attack him in the bar, from what I remember, and also ending the war, ending the Marineford War, and asking, actually demanding that that the Whitebeard Pirates and him actually handle the funeral for Ace and Whitebeard. I'm so glad Shanks interfered. He was not there for the majority of the war, and I was actually quite concerned about why he didn't take part in it. But I guess the reason why he didn't take part in it is because believe in he doesn't believe in the cause, maybe. But wait, hold on. How does that work? He was very close to Ace, though, surely. So I don't know. I guess he didn't want to. Maybe he was busy. Who knows? I don't know. But like at least he intervened at the end to stop the war for good. So Yeah, Shanks is a badass. So it's Shanks. Shanks is my favorite Yonko. I'm curious about who the other two Yonko are, because I don't know. Um, alright. Members of other groups that stand out. My favorite Supernova is Law. Well, is there any surprise there? I can't think of any other groups. I don't know much about the Redhead Pirates. Like, I know that Usopp is part of them and Ben Beckman, but I don't really know them. But I guess if I had to pick a favorite Redhead pirate, it's gonna be Shanks. Surely he's like an absolute badass. But I do need to know more about them, and I don't like the Blackbeard Pirates, so I'm not gonna say anything about them. Um, which characters do you hate the most? Akainu's bitch ass, Akainu's bitch ass, Spandam's bitch ass, and Blackbeard's bitch ass. And Sadie's bitch ass. I fucking hate that bitch. She was such. Oh my god. Oh, she was so annoying in Impel Down. With the kind of sounds like it was just. Oh man, it was so cringy. Worst female character ever, man. Swear, she was so annoying. So domineering type, you know. Ugh. But like Blackbeard, he's an absolute traitorous bastard. I absolutely hated him when he killed Whitebeard, and he tried to kill. He basically betrayed them because he killed Fudge just for a devil fruit. Why can't you get your own devil fruit, man? Fuck's sake. Akainu because I don't agree with his justice, you know? Like, a lot of people died, you know, and he didn't even care about that. He was just caring about killing pirates, even though the actual job, the actual goal was already done. You already killed Ace and Whitebeard, so why the fuck do you wanna still continue this war? Just stop it, you know? Like, this guy is just absolute bitch. So Baby, it was funny though when he was scared shitless when Whitebeard was right behind him. Oh man, that is so meme worthy. Um, yeah. So Kainu Spandam was just he was ruthless. Also, the Celestial Dragons would obviously be like number one because they're the ones that are actually controlling them all to do what they need to do. So Celestial Dragons are absolute scumbags. Absolute scumbags that don't deserve to live. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Spandam's just so damn annoying and useless. I absolutely hated the way he was treating Robin. Don't you dare torture Robin and Frankie like that, man. Fuck you. I can't believe that guy is still alive as well. Like, Robin broke his back as well, so he should be dead, or at least extremely hurt. Oh, man. Anyway, not next episode, next question. Jacob, if you're watching this, I know you created a whole list of questions, and I will answer the rest of your questions in the second part of this video, so do stay tuned for the second part of the Q&A video. But thank you for the questions that I did answer. Alright, let's get on to some other questions. Mary Jane asks, if you could pick another character to be part of the Straw Hats, who would it be and why? I answered this. I said Jinbei, didn't I? I forgot to mention about Bon Clay. I don't know what happened to Bon Clay, but I really hope he's alright. I would love Bon Clay to be part of the Strawhat Pirates crew. He was just amazing. He did so much for Luffy. He was so self-sacrificial. He was so loyal to Luffy. He would protect him. He would save him. But if it can't be Bon Clay, then it has to be Jinbei. Jinbei was so damn loyal to Luffy. He saved him so many times, and he kept his promise, because he had to make a promise from, because Ace made him promise that he needed to protect Luffy, and that's what Jinbei did. So I really hope Jinbei becomes a Straw Hat Pirate. I don't know if this is even possible because Law has his own crew, but I mean, I don't want. It wouldn't make sense for him to join the Straw Hat Pirates, but I do hope that Law becomes an ally to Luffy, because at the moment they're sort of allies, but they're still kind of rivals because they have their own pirate crews. But I do hope that Law becomes an ally to Luffy. I know that's not your question, but like it's sort of like similar. Your next question is, do you have a favorite supernova besides Luffy? I already answered this. Law. Law, he's just multi-talented. He's a doctor, swordsman, badass, smart, cool, calm. He's just an amazing man in every way. He's so handsome as well. What can I say? I'm a girl. Alright, thank you for your questions. Next question is from Mike Gorilla. Your theories about One Piece. One Piece has a very deep story, so I would like to hear some of the theories you have on it. I'm honestly the wrong person to be asked this question, because I'm not like the type of person who makes so many predictions just from watching something. I know a lot of other reactors are like that. I'm someone who's more of a reactor rather than a thinker, but since you're asking this question, I will like try to like I'll try to like think deep about what I think could happen. So I think Blackbeard is going to get the karma of his life, or at least I hope he gets the karma of his life. He stole 2 devil fruit powers. That must have a consequence. I don't see how the fuck he can have the easy way of life. I mean, he might have that in the beginning, but eventually I hope it actually has a huge side effect, whether it actually does real damage to his body, or I don't know, makes him insane. I don't know, man. Just the idea of having 2 devil fruit powers, I just feel it's gonna take a toll on his body eventually, at least. Not at first. At first it's gonna be like, oh, I've got 2 devil fruit powers, you can't stop me. I feel, you know, like at first it's gonna be like, oh man, no one's gonna want to like like attack Blackbeard, you know, no one wants to mess with him. But I feel it eventually might take a toll on him, and I'd actually love to see that. See, because you know, like he stole 2 devil fruit powers, man. He killed Whitebeard. He must. Oh man, I just want justice served, man. I just want justice served. So yeah, that's what I think might happen to Blackbeard. Because surely that is 2 devil fruit powers. Like, surely there must be like some sort of side effect to that. Consequence. Another theory is regarding Zoro, but I don't know if it's gonna make any sense whatsoever. But the fact that the whole luck thing that goes on with Zoro, the fact that like for example that scene where he was throwing the sword at the air and he was having his arm out, and because he knew that the sword is not going to cut his arm, he was making that bet. I feel like he has, maybe it's just a power that was bestowed on him, but like I feel there's more to it than that when it comes to his powers in general. I don't know what I'm saying, but like I just feel like with Zoro, because he's got the Asura form, I feel he's not only the reincarnation of Asura, but he might actually have an ancestor called Asura. I don't know what I'm saying, but like I feel he's very special, and because of his family background, we don't even know anything about his family, but I feel like they're very powerful people and we don't even know it. Also, something about Usopp. Usopp has superhuman durability. That was an absolute shocker when I was like reacting to his fight with Miss Merryweather. How the hell do you survive a 10-ton bat being smashed to your head? He was always seen as like the weak one because he doesn't have any special skills in terms of like powers, in terms of he has no devil fruit power, so you don't really expect much from him. But then you survive that and then you start questioning everything. I don't know, but it just seems peculiar to me that someone like him can be that durable. So I think like, you know, Usopp is not someone to actually underestimate. I feel like there's more potential with him. I feel like he might get some abilities in the post-time skip. I don't know if it's even possible for him to get Haki. If Kobe can get Haki, then surely Usopp can get Haki. And maybe Nami. I don't know about Nami, but like Robin must get Haki. Surely. I don't know. I'm really bad with theories. I'm not that type of person. But like, yeah, that Blackbeard karma. Surely there must be a consequence to that. To have two Devil Fruit powers. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna leave it there because I'm sorry, but I'm not that type of person, really, to like really go so deep. If you really do like hearing One Piece theories, I highly suggest you check out Bearded Theories. Bearded Theories is another One Piece reactor. I don't watch him personally, but he does apparently make a lot of predictions and theories. He's very analytical, he's very observant, apparently. So I do recommend you check him out to see what his theories are. So sorry, I'm not that type of person, but I tried though. I tried answering your question, so I'll give you that. Thank you for your question. The next question is the following one. Have you ever been inspired by Akira Oda's storytelling structure and style while you're writing your own novels? Yeah, yeah. I'm just amazed by his world building in particular. His world building skills are just phenomenal and so creative. I would never go that wacky though. Personally, I'm more of a rational type of person. But like it just makes you think about because at the moment I'm writing my own novel. I'm not gonna say anything too much about it because at the moment it's still in its early stages, so I really don't want to give any spoilers about it. But it is a fantasy adventure. If I had to like categorize it, it's a young adult fantasy adventure novel. That involves like a lot of traveling from one kingdom to another. So the way that the world that I'm creating is set up is that there are there are 5 kingdoms, and they're based on elements, sort of like Avatar. But like, oh man, I don't want to give any spoilers, but like, it makes you think about like what kind of communities to create, what kind of buildings to create, and what each of those kingdoms are specializing in. Like, what do they export? Like, what are they known for? You know, yeah. The different types of animals there, different types of technology as well. That I have to think about. Um, I can't. The thing is, I can't really answer your question without getting to spoilers. Um, but I really do respect like his level of world building. Like, it's crazy, like how creative he is about it. Um, and also his character development. Like, a lot of the backstories in One Piece are really tragic. Um, so it gives me ideas about what to look out for and like how to develop my own characters. Um, and it informing why they are the way they are in the present. But that's like in general. Like, I was also inspired by Naruto as well. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say regarding that. Because it's still in its early stages as well. So yeah, thank you for your question. So for part 1, I will answer Lee 29's 3 questions, and then that's it for the first part. Then the second part, I will continue with Jacob's questions and everyone else's questions. So Lee 29 asks, how do you feel about Blackbeard compared to all other characters that were mentioned with the D in the middle of their name? Example, the giant that saved Robin, Dragon, Roger, Garp, and obviously Luffy. He's such a contradictory character. Like, a lot of the people that have D in the middle of their names, they were extremely loyal, brave, reckless to some extent, but all of them are like very brave people. who were affiliated with Gold Roger, but then there's Blackbeard who betrayed Whitebeard and formed his own crew and has 2 devil fruit powers now. So I don't actually like Blackbeard because he killed Whitebeard, and I don't like traitors. Traitors are like the worst characters to me because I don't like the idea of like betraying people, especially if it's someone that you really cared about, you know. Um, so you know, he doesn't deserve having 2 devil fruit powers. Anyway, I already like sort of talked about him in the other questions, so yeah. Uh, refer back to one of the other questions was about who I don't like. So I talked about Blackbeard then. So how do you feel about Usopp and Nami? Any thought on how the two could develop in strength? I think Usopp has more to give. He's going to get a lot more gadgets, a lot more tools from Heracles. So I really can't wait until like we see the amount of development Usopp goes through, and like how like what his resources are like in the post time skip, because surely he's going to get a lot more resources, all sorts of types of weapons to use for sniping. Yeah, he's gonna get a proper upgrade. In terms of actual like powers, I don't know if he's gonna get any, but I do have a theory that, you know, like because he's got superhuman durability, there has to be something more that Usopp can give. So I don't know, but like I have high expectations, pretty high expectations for Usopp. As for Nami, she's going to get trained by Herodus on weather research, so hopefully she can upgrade her Klimattact and get more knowledge about how to use the weather to advantage. So that'll be really cool to see. And she's a very smart girl. She's not my favourite. She's nowhere near my favourite. Sometimes I get irritated by her, I'm not gonna lie. And I do prefer the other Strawhat Pirates over her. I even prefer Usopp over her and Frankie. But that's because, I mean, don't take it the wrong way. I have nothing against Nami. I really don't, because, apart from the fan service, the huge load of fan service she has. But like, she's a very smart girl, so she's a very crucial member. Without her, Luffy has no chance of finding the One Piece. So she is very useful. That I acknowledge. I also acknowledge that her backstory is actually one of my favourite backstories for the characters in One Piece. One of the best, not the best, but one of the best. Yeah, she's also quite manipulative, and she blackmails people. So personality wise, she's like, she's alright, you know. She was pretty like selfless and pretty brave in the Strong World movie. So there's that. In terms of like her developing in the post time skip, I don't mean developing in that sense. Okay, let's not go there. I mean like developing like in terms of strength. Yeah, I just mean like getting an upgrade to a Klimattact. I do know that she's going to get upgrades to a Klimattact in the far future, but I don't know in the near future though. Like, I don't know, like making it more powerful, like creating huge storms, whirlwinds, hurricanes, and her weather predictions. I feel like she could use that to advantage. I don't know how, but like, I don't know. I feel like there's more possibilities with Usopp than with Nami. I mean, I don't know what to expect with Nami, but I do expect that she will know more about the weather. She will learn a lot more about the weather, and she will actually gain a lot more tools that will like create storms and stuff like that she can install inside the Klimattact with the help of Herodus maybe. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. And last question, what do you think about Moria and Enel? Both Moria being betrayed and running away, presumably because he was turned invisible by Absalom at the time, and Enel disappearing after being defeated by Luffy, saying he was going to Fairy Vearth. Okay, with Moria, I don't like Moria. He is my least favorite Shichibukai. He's even worse than Hancock. Moria is just like, he was whiny. I hated his laugh. He was so annoying. Um, so, but it was a bit of a shock to see him getting betrayed, because I believe Doflamingo was about to kill him. They were about to have this fight, and then Moria disappeared because Doflamingo, he told one of the Marines that Moria was disappeared, and Doflamingo said that it was someone from above that actually told him to kill him. I think that's what he said. I believe that's what he said. So it's someone from the Marines, the world government, that told him to kill Moria. I don't know why though, but and the whole, like, he's a bit of a necrophiliac, isn't he? uh, I shouldn't use that word, but like the idea of him using people's shadows. I don't know, man. He's a bit of a crazy guy. Like the way he made Sindri-chan, it just made it totally lifeless. It was just such a disrespect to the living, you know? Um, yeah, that's my thoughts on Moria. And now is like, he's just absolutely ruthless. Like, he was trying to kill the little robots in Fairy Vearth. So I just read the cover story on Enel arriving at Fairy Vearth, and it was pretty peculiar but quite interesting. He's now got a whole army of robots. So where did they know this after being defeated by Luffy? He was going to because I read the cover story, I now know what he's doing. So he's got a whole army now. I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know whether he's gonna like try to find Luffy, or if he's just going to stay at Fairy Vearth. I have a feeling he just wants to stay in Fairy Vearth. And now that he has an army, he feels extra powerful. Um, I don't really know what more to say regarding him. I just felt he was like such a tyrant in the Sky Pier arc. He was a tyrant. He was trying to like kill the Sky Pier people. But I really liked his ability. I do love the lightning element in general. That's actually my favorite element. But personality wise, he was not something that I'm gonna root for, definitely. Pretty interesting villain though. Yeah, that's all I have to say really. Thank you for your questions, and thanks everyone for your questions. Stay tuned for part 2, where I will answer more of Jacob's questions as well as everyone else's questions. So stay tuned for more.